dear students. Today we are going to discuss the continued lesson of migration and urbanization. First of all, welcome to uh, geography online class. I am with your geography sir with you. Today we are going to discuss about the topic types of migration. The migration can be classified in several ways. It is usually categorized as follow. Okay, yeah, few of the topics we are classified migration. The first one is based on movement associated with the administrative limits. Under the movement and associate administrative limits, we are classified migration. The first one is internal migration, and next one is uh, according to internal migration, we are classified uh, four four bases. The first one is rural to urban to urban migration, and rural to rural migration, and urban to rural migration. And next one is international migration. And okay, yeah, so these are the two things so are based on the movement associate with the administrative limits. The first one we want to discuss internal migration. So the internal migration means uh, the movement of people within a country. Okay, so the movement of people within a country, that is called as a internal migration. And next, so that the migration are also classified into four types. So that the four types on the basis of origin and destination of migration. So the internal migration, again, we are classified into four categories on the basis of origin and destination of migration. So before we are discussed the four categories of internal migration, we want to discuss the first one, push factors and pull factors. So and the categories. First one full factor, and next one is a push factor. So in push factor and full factor, that differentiate with the some of the causes also having. The first one causes natural causes and economic causes, socio-cultural cause, and next one is a demographic causes and political causes. These are the five causes also having. So the five causes differentiate with the full factor and push factor. That is the we are discussed in this the tabular column. The first one, so least hazard prone zone. Okay, so that is a full factor, and push factor is a hazard prone zone. Okay, next, the favorable climate and climate changes, including the extreme weather and event, those are all. And the next one is a and next one, uh, the abandon of natural resources and animals. Okay, water, oil, and uranium. These are and all. Next one is a potential for employment and unemployment. Okay, so these are the economic causes. First one we want to discuss the natural causes. The natural causes, first one full factor is the least hazard prone zone. Okay, so that is the reason for the full factor, and push factor is hazard prone zone. Okay, so that is why the people are migrated one place to another place. And next one is a favorable climate. Okay, so that the favorable climate are attracted people for living that place. And next one is the push factors are the climate changes. Okay, the extreme weather. Okay, that extreme weather means continuous of summer, that means continuous of hot and continuous of rainy season. That is that the extreme weather climate, that is why the people are migrate that place to move to the another place. Okay, and next one is the abundance of natural resources and minerals. Okay, a lot of the abundant means having. Okay, so that the natural resources, lot of the natural resources are having, and minerals having means that people are going that place. So example, water, oil, and uranium having one place means a lot of people are migrated that region. Okay, that means that they comes that region. And the crop failure and security scarcity of food, so that is why the people are moved to that place. Okay, next one is economic causes, the potential for employment. The lot of employment opportunities having in one place means that people are okay, so that is living that place. And the unemployment, that place had not having employment means that people are moving up another place. Okay, so next one is the socio-cultural causes, social unification. Okay, so that the all the people are gathered together. Okay, so and after that the sharing that the equal feeling means, so that is a social unification, socially they are unified. That is why the people are okay are living that place. That means that is a peace are not disturbed in this region. And the next one is the social discrimination means, that is the lot of the in society was discriminated on the basis of caste. Something means that is the people are not living in, okay, are not living in a peace. That is why the people not live not wanted to leave that place. Next one is the demographic causes, that under the underpopulation. Okay, so that is a push factor. That means that is a very low population having a one place means that place are also we are living in a comfortable. But overpopulation means crowded means that we are not wanted to leave that place. And next one is political security. Okay, and war, civil unrest. Okay, a political security means that is a politically that the police are also giving a very good security means that place we want to living that place. But in this place having a war and civil unrest means we are not want to leave that place. And next one is the independence and freedom. Okay, so that is a full factor. And safety and security concern the ethnic, religion and racial and cultural and persecution. Okay, persecution means the mistreatment of individual. Okay, so these are also happen means okay, so we not wanted to leave that place. Next one is affordable and accessible and urban service. Okay, healthcare, education, transport and recreation, etc. So these are the full factors of political causes. Next one is inadequate or limited urban service and infrastructure. Example healthcare, education, transport, water and recreation, etc. So these are the full factors and push factors. So next one, so that is a four categories of internal migration. Are the first one is the urban, rural to urban migration. Okay, yeah. So in first one is a rural to urban migration, urban to urban migration, rural to rural migration, urban to rural migration. So these are the four categorized of internal migration. Okay, uh, the first one is urban, rural to urban migration, the movement of people from rural areas to growing towns and cities, mainly in the search of employment. Okay, in the search of employment and education and recreation facilities. That is why the people are migrated village side to city side. Okay, so the movement of population from rural areas growing in towns and cities. Okay, so these are the rural to urban migration. Next one is urban to urban migration, the migration between one urban center to others, like in search of higher income. Okay, that is the main reason, high income. Okay, so for the example, Chennai and Mumbai. Okay, the same job in Chennai and Mumbai, but Mumbai giving a high salary means the people migrated Mumbai. Okay, these are also called as the urban to urban migration. And next one is a rural to rural migration, so that the driving by facilitate land for cultivation. Okay, the first one is the fertile land for cultivation, this one reason. And sociological factors like marriage. Okay, so these are the reasons for rural to rural migration. And next one is urban to rural migration is means so that the movement of urban centers to rural areas, okay, cities, towns to, okay, a village of migration, this is called as a urban to rural migration. So why, okay, so that is a this happen, this kind of migration is also mean happen means the rid of the urban problems, okay, some of the problems are also happen in the urbans, some for the example in the pollution and pressure, tension, so these also happen in the urban areas. That is why the people wanted to peace, wanted to native place for their retirement age. So that is the age the people are want to wish live or settled in a village areas, that means in rural areas, okay, yeah, these are the causes for the urban to rural migration, okay. And next one we want to discuss the number of migration with a male or female. The male migrants outnumbered, okay, migration. First up, the female migration and male migration. So the female migration outnumbers in the male migration. Okay, yeah. So where is that place means Europe, and after that the outnumbers means that is excessive. The female migrants, excessive male migrants. Okay, yeah. So where is having in this kind of migration means in Europe and North America and Oceania. Oceania means Australia, and Latin America. Latin America means South America, and the Caribbean, and after that the, okay. So in Africa, okay, yeah, so in Caribbean in Africa and Asia, in particularly in West Asia and migrant the predominantly men, okay. So where is the men's excessive migrant means in Africa and Asia, particularly in West Asia, okay, yeah. So these are the places are, okay, men mostly migrated that place, that continent, and female migrants are Europe and North America and Oceania and Latin America and Caribbean, okay, yeah. So these are the places more female migrant, and Africa and Asia and West Asia, so these are the place more, okay, male migrants also having. This is giving an international migration report in 2017, okay. And next we want to discuss the, so that is the share of region in world population and international migrants of origin 2017, okay. So that the we are known the seven continent, okay. The first one is Africa, and next one is Africa and Asia and Europe and Latin America and the Caribbean and North America and Oceania. So that is unknown, okay. So that the first one, the total population of Africa is so 1 billion, okay, 256 million and 268, that is a total population. The percentage of global population is in Africa means 16.6, okay. The internal migrants by origin 36,266, okay, yeah. So that is the internal migrants by origin, and percentage of international migrants means 14.1, okay. And next one is Asia. So Asia means that is the 4,000, okay, that means then 4 lakh 504,000 and 428, okay, yeah. So that is a total population of Asia, but the percentage of global population is of 59.7 percentage, and internal migration are, okay, so that is 105,000 and 684, okay. So and percentage of international migrants are 41.0, and Europe 742,074, okay. So that is a total population, and 9.8 percentage of global population, and internal migration by origin is so 61,191, okay. And percentage of internal migrations are 23.7 percentage, and Latin America and Caribbeans, okay, 645,593, okay. uh, these are the total population of Latin America and Caribbean. 8.6, that is the percentage of global population, and internal migration by the origin is 37.720, okay, that is international origin migrants of origin, and 14.6 percentage, okay, that is the internal migrants. And North America, okay, Oceania, okay, that is also having North America 361,208, and the percentage of global population is 4.8, and internal migrants by origin is 4,413, okay, and percentage of internal migration 1.7. And Oceania, that means Australia, so 40,691, okay, so that is the total population, and 0.5, okay, that is the percentage of global population, and internal migrants by origin is so 1880, and the percentage of internal migrants are 0.7, okay, unknown, okay, so that is the internal migrant by the origin is 10,000, okay, 560, and okay, so the percentage of internal migration 4.1, okay, so the world totally, okay, 7 lakh 550,000 and 262, and the global percentage that is 100, and after that the internal migrants are, okay, 2,000, 257,000 and 715, that is a percentage of internal migrants are 100, okay. So next we want to discuss the based on willingness, okay, so willingness of the migrants of for migration, okay. So before that, in 2017, so India was the largest country in the origin of internal migrants, 17 million, followed by the Mexico 13 million, that is international migration report 2017. The first one is a voluntary migration. If the migration take place, the person free will initiative decide to live, okay, so decide to live in the better place and improve the financial status, that is that called as a internal, okay, so that is a voluntary migration. And involuntary or forced migration means the migrant termed that the involuntary migration, that means so that the against the will of migration, against the will of migrant, okay, that is also called as a that the involuntary migration. That is the first factor is also war may force us, okay, so that the like war, okay, so these are the immigrant from the one place to another one place. In this the type of migration is a involuntary or forced migration, okay. So next one is a and next one, the based on the duration of stay of migrants in the place of destination. The first one is the short term migration and long term migration and seasonal migration. The short time migration means that is the migration of duration, okay. So in a few days or few months that is happen means that is a short term migration. And long term migration means that is the migrant, okay, are stayed outside at least a few years, okay, that means that is more than 1 year, that means that is also called as a long term migration. And seasonal migration means so if the season, okay, in the summer season and after that the winter season, that the particular season are also, okay, leaving that place, and after that migrate the native place, that kind of migration we are also called as a seasonal migration. So first one we want to discuss the short term migration. In this kind of migration, that the migrants stay outside only for the short duration between before returning the place of origin, okay, that is also called as a short time migration. The duration of short time migration is the few days or few months, okay. The next one is a long term migration. The migrants in which the migrant or stay outside at least for few years, okay, that is also called as the long term migration. And seasonal migration, in this type of migration usually a group of people migrate from the native place during a particular season or return after a end of that season. The people migrate to hill station during the summer and migrant of agriculture worker during the showing season belonging to this category. And transhumans is another example of seasonal migration. Okay, okay, students. Today we are discussed a few of the topics. The first one is okay the categories for the types of migration, and the types of migration based on the movement of associate with the administrative limits. So on the basis that two categories also having their internal migrants and after that the international migrants. So the first one is the internal migrants are also further divided into four categories: the rural to urban migrants and urban to urban migrants migration, rural to rural migration, and urban to rural migration. Okay, so these are the four categories of so internal migration and international migrants also having their. So these are the based on the administrative purpose, and based on the willing of migrants for migration means voluntary migration and involuntary migration. And next one is the duration stay of migration in the place of destination. These are also categorized into three categories: short term migration, long term migration, and seasonal migration. Okay, so and after that we want to discuss that is a tabular column that the world population international migration by origin 2017, and after that full factor and push factor different between them. Okay, so these are the things we are discussed in this class. I hope that so we are all clear about this. If you have any doubt means ask immediately.